These past few weeks have been one of the most challenging of our lives, but not all has been grim and depressing, because there's also been some wonderful news. Hi, if you're new to this channel, we are Sophie and Philippe, and 3 years ago we moved to Philippe's homeland to start our regenerative farm, which we started building 2 years ago, as it was the same time we launched this YouTube channel. And on our channel what we've been doing is sharing our journey and our knowledge both on the land and in the kitchen, as we're both professional chefs and farmers. 2 weeks ago, though, our lives changed definitely in a very unexpected and unpleasant way when a very large wildfire swept through our area and destroyed over 4,000 hectares of land. A massive wildfire that in the end destroyed over 4,000 hectares of land in our area hit our farm full on and destroyed much of what we had built. We watched flames rush towards our land, and when a new fire started on our exit road, we grabbed the kids and barely made it out. This can all be seen in our last video, but fortunately this video is going to be a lot more positive. This past week has been a rough ride, starting off with an assessment of all the damages, which extended to most of our grazing land being scorched to the ground and many of our years of rotational grazing being brought back to nothing but dry, scorched ashes. Our watering systems, including pumps and above-ground irrigation pipes, were burned, and our water and electric system broke due to burned wiring, pipes and posts. The permanent fencing we had installed at the outer perimeter of our farm is almost completely burned to bits, and all our mobile grazing equipment, including solar electrifiers and lots of netting, are nothing more than shattered glass, bits of metal and melted plastic. We lost our animal trailer, caravan, IBS tanks and our entire hay storage for the coming year. One of our productive gardens burned to the ground, and also our beloved cladded stable was brought back to its ugly original concrete state. But maybe most sadly of all, we lost a bunch of laying hens with their little baby chicks, and a large amount of our adult 50 to 100-year-old olive trees burned to the ground or cracked over as a simple wooden toothpick. Not all was lost though, and I will say that we were blessed, because luckily all our sheep, our goats and our dogs survived, as well as the 2 piglets, as did some of our laying hens. Our house and cool cell were spared, and most miraculously of all, our market garden plot in the center of the farm almost looks like it's untouched. In the days after the fire, we got to work. So many of you reached out, which was really amazing. We first started by putting out smoldering fires, and we saved our freezer contents from perishing with the help of Philippe's brother and friends. It has been around 40 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and all the work here is therefore twice as hard. Next up was the logistics of stacking, transporting and storing all of the donated hay we received in the days following. This is cattle country, and solidarity amongst farmers is immense. I want to give a special thank you to all of those who helped with restoring our feedstock for the coming year. Firstly, Philippe's uncle, who was there the day after to provide us with emergency hay straight away. Furthermore, we want to thank Miguel Carreira, who donated 1,000 bales to us and other farmers in our village all the way from Bishmula. We also want to thank our dear friends and neighbors Mitch, Philippe, Arthur, Julien, James, Louis, Tó Ferreiro, João and Senor Antonio, who helped us to pick up and distribute these. Also, a very kind thank you to the village association AAJP, who paid for the transport of these bales. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, we would like to thank Senor To from Agromacor, who donated another 50 bales to us directly. We will leave all the links to these generous people in the description below, and as I said, yay for solidarity, and thank you again so much for helping us out with these generous donations. Our sheep, pigs and goats needed to be contained so they would not wander off the farm in search for greener pastures. So we placed them in makeshift pens, and Philippe has been hand watering and feeding them every day, waiting for the electric system to be restored so we can set up some basic infrastructure again for irrigation and such. As many of you know, we also started a GoFundMe campaign, which is running still and to which so many of you have contributed with such generosity. So standing here in front of the Miracle Garden, I also wanted to take this opportunity to really thank everybody that has supported us. Your current donations have already enabled us to do so much. We are going to be able to restore almost their entire outer fencing the perimeter of the farm. We're going to be able to resupply part of our tool shed, and we are also going to spend that money to hire a few experts in the field of agroforestry and water management in regenerative systems to help us to design an even better farm design next time around, because we are 100% committed to rising like a phoenix from the ashes from this experience and making this farm even better than it was. We've got a lot of fun things in store for the future, and we just really want to thank you for all your support. It means a lot, and it has already enabled us to move forward with a great feeling of love and dedication from all of you, and we will translate that onto the land here. In the midst of all of this confusion, of course, we had to have another unexpected event happen, which was the disappearing of our dog Cadeau. Due to the fencing missing on our farm, we had to chain him, which unfortunately was an unsuccessful event as he broke free with about 5 meters of chain to his neck and disappeared into the wilderness, probably in search of a bitch in heat. When we hadn't heard from him one day, we went out in the car looking for him, screaming his name everywhere, but alas, no response, until I found a sad post on Facebook of a very sad looking dog who got stuck all the way in Medellin, which is about 20 kilometers from our house. I rushed over and got him, and I was so happy to find him there to bring him back home. Thank you again, Veronique and Marcel, for taking such good care of him and making sure that he could find his way back home. Well, that brings us to the happy part of this video and the big secret that we've been keeping, because
we're gonna have a baby.
We're gonna have a baby. Gonna have a baby. So yeah, there's a little baby brooding in this belly, and we've known so for a few months now. So we've decided to keep it sort of under cahoots for a little longer until we really, pass that safe sort of 3-month mark, because I ain't no spring chicken anymore. No. And so our baby is due in the end of January, actually 2 days away from my own birthday. So it's like one of the best birthday gifts probably you could ask for. And we know so much already. Do you want to tell them the other happy news for you as the father of 3 girls?
It's a boy.
So yeah, they could tell by the first echo immediately that it was a boy, and that's funny because normally they can't. So that was really, just coincidental, but it was a funny incident where they just, moved the echo, whatever you call that, the echo stick in the right position, and I and the doctor immediately saw it was a boy, and we said it simultaneously, and then Philippe was left sort of, what? Are you serious? Is this real? And it is real, and so yeah, we are expecting a boy, and yeah, we're very much looking forward to the entire experience, and sharing it here also on the channel with you will be very interesting. The whole process, pregnancy, the birth story, us coping with a massive wildfire while we're at it. It's gonna get interesting, guys, that's for sure. And we're just very excited and happy to share this news with you. Yeah, end of this episode. I think we should leave it at this.
Peace out.
Peace out.